Hey guys. So I was talking to a friend of mine, and I was actually asking for suggestions from him, like, what do you think I should make a video about? What do you think I should talk about? And he recommended, why don't you talk about a movie that you like, and your thoughts, about one of your favorite movies. And I like to talk about the philosophical aspect of certain movies that I've seen, because I'm good at noticing things like that. And so I want to talk about the Dark Knight Rises, the third Batman movie in that trilogy, the Dark Knight trilogy. It's just one of those movies that's resonated with me a lot, and that's I found a lot of inspiration from. And particularly with the whole scene, the whole sequence where Batman, he gets stuck in that prison, that underground prison, after he's defeated by Bane, and his body's just broken, and he goes through that training and that healing process, and he's just stuck in that pit, and he's questioning to himself, how do I even do this? How do I get out of here? And he he seeks that advice, that just kind of inspiration and counsel from that other man that was in the prison, that's seen, he's seen that the girl that was able to climb up out of the underground prison, because it's like a big underground tunnel. I mean, those of you who have seen the movie, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, right? And the guy was like, fear will find you, or fear will find you again, or something like that. He's basically talking about how you can use fear to your advantage, that's what it was. The most powerful impulse of the spirit is the fear of death. That's what it was. That's what the man said to Bruce Wayne, to Batman. And that really resonated with me, the fear of death, the most powerful impulse of the spirit, and I just think it relates a lot with just different aspects of our lives, it could be addiction recovery, or it could be even being homeless, or really struggling a lot financially, or whatever it may be, right? And how we can use the power of our mind, the power of our belief, and the fear of staying in that trap to our advantage, to get ourselves up and climb out of that darkness, out of that trap, through the power of our belief in God, and through our fear of death, if you will, so to speak, right? Or, an addiction recovery, fear of just staying in the misery of that addiction. You think about that, and it's just oh no, that'd be freaking horrible. I gotta get myself out of this situation. I gotta recover. So that pushes you. Or, think about being broke forever and struggling financially for the rest of your life. And that pushes you to get out of that situation and to do better, So yeah, I just want to share that because it's just something that really resonated with me a lot, and then there's that whole scene where I think he tries to climb up out of the tunnel, like I think it's like 3 different times or something. Like, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was the 3rd time that he was able to successfully jump and make that far jump and climb up out of the tunnel, but it took a couple of like failures. He wasn't able to get up out of the tunnel the first couple times, but I think it was the 3rd time that he was able to successfully do it, and it just really resonates. It just really resonates with me a lot. It relates a lot to like our personal lives and overcoming our struggles or addictions or anything challenging that we're going through. And it's just a powerful reminder that anything's possible, that we can overcome any trial or challenge, especially with God, and just that we're powerful as human beings. There was even like a motivational video that that like included that scene from that movie, from Batman The Dark Knight Rises. I'm sure some of you may know what I'm talking about. But yeah, like it's such a powerful scene in that movie that there's even like a couple of motivational videos that you can find here on YouTube that like reference that particular scene from that movie. Yeah, so I thought it was worth making a video about this, just because it is something that really inspired me from the Dark Knight trilogy, and that's really actually one of my favorite movies just in general, actually, coming to think of it, like probably in my top 10 favorite movies of all time, I would say The Dark Knight Rises. But yeah, that's all I want to share with you guys. Hope y'all got something good out of this, and yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next video.